Good morning, students. Today we are going to see next part of our lesson, cell division and essential process. Students, here on page number 17 of your textbook, two questions are given and they ask what happens to the cells of injured tissues. Most of the time injury takes place. At that time, what happens with the cells? Actually, after injury, the cells and the tissues are not able to perform their regular function immediately. At the site of the injury, the blood capillary is ruptured and the area get inflamed. Many cells are damaged there, and that's why the pain receptor nerves also induce pain. Next question is there whether new cells are formed during healing of the wound. Of course, for healing of the wound, new cells must be formed there. As the wound heals, there is a scab developed. The cells surrounding the wound start dividing rapidly, and the cells lost in the injury get restored back. In this way, new cells are formed by cell division to heal the wound. Students, third question is given here that do the plants get injured when do we pluck the flowers? How are those wounds healed? It was thought that plants do not have nerve system, so they do not have sensation either. But recent discoveries have proved that plants also have sensation. The tissues that are lost get restored by cell division. Students, next question is, how does the growth of any living organism occur? Does the number of cells in their body increases? If yes, how? Any living organism grows due to the increase in the number of cells in their body. The cells divide regularly and add new cells which are essential for growth. The cell division is thus necessary for the growth of the body and also for the regeneration and repair of the tissues. How the new individual of a species is formed from existing one of the same species? You all know that due to reproduction, the new individual is formed from the existing one. Reproduction can be asexual or sexual. In asexual reproduction, there is mitosis. This cell division helps in forming new individual. In sexual reproduction, gametes are formed by reduction division called meiosis. Due to chromosomes, genes and DNA, the new individual of a species becomes similar to the existing species. Students, after answering all these questions or after thinking about all these questions, we come to know that cell division is very much important process, life process. Now, cell division is one of the very important properties of the cells and living organism. Due to this property only, a new organism is formed from existing one. A multicellular organism grows up and emaciated body can be restored. There are two types of cell division. Cell division is of two types. One is mitosis, another is meiosis. Mitosis occurs in somatic cells and stem cells of the body, whereas meiosis occurs in germ cells. Before study of the cell division, we should know that the structural organization of cell that we have studied earlier. Each cell has a nucleus. Besides, other cell organelles are also present. Let us study the cell division with the help of this information. Before any type of cell division, that means before mitosis or meiosis, the cells doubles up its chromosome number present in its nucleus. That is, if chromosome number is 2n, it get doubled, that is 4n. Student, here can you recall? Under this heading, one question is asked here, what is the shape of chromosome? And give its name in the figure. Figure number 2.5 chromosome. Figure is given here and you have to name the figure. Then you all know that the upper arm is a P arm. After that centromere is there, Q arm and DNA is there. You all know that chromosomes are seen only at the time of cell division. Chromosomes are rod-shaped and has a primary constriction or centromere. The arms of the chromosome are seen to be attached at the centromere. Depending upon the position of the centromere and the length of the arm of the chromosome, there are 4 types of the chromosome. You studied all these things in your previous class. Metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric and telocentric. Mitosis. Somatic cells and stem cells divide by mitosis. Mitosis is completed through two main steps. There are two steps of the mitosis. Those two steps are karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis means nuclear division. First nuclear divides and after that cytoplasm divides. That is, it is called as a cytokinesis. Karyokinesis is completed by 4 steps. There are 4 steps in karyokinesis. That means for nuclear division, 4 steps are there. First step is prophase, second is metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now we will see all the steps one by one. First one is prophase. As the name suggests, it is a first stage. First step, prophase. In this stage, condensation of basically thin thread-like chromosome starts. You all know that in nucleus, chromosomes are there, thread-like chromosomes are there. They start condense and they become thick. Due to this, they become short and thick and they start to appear along with their pair of sisters chromatid. Centrioles duplicate. Centriole is also there. It become also duplicate. 2 centromere are formed there and each centromere moves to the opposite poles of the cells. Both 2 centromeres move towards the 2 poles. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus start to disappear. Nuclear membrane is there in that nucleus around the chromatid, that it get disappear, it start to disappear, and the nucleolus also start to disappear in this stage. Second stage is metaphase. Nuclear membrane completely disappears in this stage. Chromosomes completed their condensation and become clearly visible along with their sister chromatid. All chromosomes are arranged parallel to the equatorial plane, that is at the central plane of the cell. Special type of flexible protein fibers, it is called as a spindle fiber. These are formed between the centromere of each chromosome and both centrioles. Third stage is anaphase. In anaphase, centromeres split and thereby sister chromatid of each chromosome separates and they are pulled apart in opposite direction with the help of spindle fibers. Separated sister chromatids are called as daughter chromosomes. Chromosomes become pooled, appear like a bunch of bananas. In this way, each set of chromosome reaches at two opposite poles of the cell. Next stage is telophase. The chromosomes which have reached at opposite poles of the cell now start to decondense. In first stage it condensed, now it start to decondense, due to which they again become thread-like, thin and invisible. Nuclear membrane, which was disappeared in that stage, it also is formed around each set of the chromosome reached at the poles. Thus, two daughter nuclei are formed in a cell. Nucleolus also appears in each daughter nucleus. Spindle fibers completely disappears. In this way, karyokinesis completes and cytokinesis begins. That means nucleus get divided here, and after that now cytoplasm get starting to divide. In the cytoplasm divides by cytokinesis, and two new cells are formed by which are called as a daughter cells. In this process, a notch is formed at the equatorial plane of the cell, which deepens gradually, and thereby two new cells are formed. However, in case of plant cells, instead of the notch, a cell plate is formed exactly along the midline of the cell, and thus cytokinesis is completed. In this way, mitosis is essential for growth of the body. It takes place in the somatic cells. Besides, it is necessary for restoration of emaciated body, wound healing, formation of blood cells, etc. Students, in this way we completed the one type of cell division in this period. Now in our next period we will see the next type of cell division, that is meiosis.